Next we got Unscathed versus a guy named Sky. So we'll have them queue and go. I'm a tournament admin. I could just grant people wins. I have that power.
Unlimited power.
I don't know why I was made an admin, but I'm an admin now. I feel like this is too much responsibility.
No one man should have all that power.
Alright, we're into the next game. I am a very good admin. I'm just telling them go queue. No downtime here. Alright, let's look at Sky, his deck. Oh, we can't see anything. But hero-wise, we got a Shaker, Zeus, 2 red heroes, and a Debbie. Meanwhile, we got a 3-1-1. We've been seeing a couple players play 3-1-1. Yesterday we saw Swim, I believe, with the 3-1-1 deck. Personally, I'm not a big fan of 3-1-1, and historically it doesn't have the best win rate. But
yeah, I don't think Swim's a fan of 3-1-1 after yesterday.
Yeah. But sometimes you're just kind of forced into those situations, and you have to play 3-1-1. And what I mean by 3-1-1 is you have 3 of the same color, and then 1 of each. Okay, so that's actually a pretty interesting interaction that we just saw here. When you play the creep, like Howlbear Crippler, into Debbie's lane, you basically do a soft test of whether you have no accident. Because if they have it, they'll just fire it off and kill your creep. So you get a tiny bit of information that way. And even if you play it and they do have a no accident, then you just trade 1 for 1. You don't lose out too much there.
Right. I feel like Unscathed didn't really have to worry about a no accident in that case either. If it had curved into Debbie, yeah, definitely.
Unscathed thinking about where to put the Drill Ranger. 50-50 to land in front of the Keith on the first lane. And the row is good. Keith's actually going to die here, thanks to the arrows. Yeah, we might see a Rolling Death getting fired off to cut off some damage.
I am excited because there's an Ogre Corpse Tosser here.
Yeah, I didn't write down this guy's name.
Lomit.
There you go.
Lomit the Ogre Corpse Tosser. I am just elated.
Alright, Decius gonna come down, hit for 5.
Yeah, there's no real answer for Sky in this lane.
Well, he could Rolling Death to save his hero. Because that would cut off 1 attack from everybody.
That is true.
Rather,
yes.
2 attack. I mean, look at all of a sudden he just gains like 6 health. And thanks to Drill Ranger, this creep is actively pressuring Debbie. It's a pretty rough situation here. Drill Ranger, good hero.
Yes, very good hero. Now Sky's going to have to think about where to redeploy that Debbie.
Alright, think about that in 1 more turn. For now, he's going to focus on where to deploy the Shaker. I mean, this is after turn 2, but I feel like Unscathed is pretty much winning all 3 lanes. The 1 lane that he's losing in is the last lane, which you normally don't care too much about.
Double creep spawn with the Shaker into that left lane. Nothing he can really cast, though, at this point.
Well, he could throw down the Ogre Corpse Tosser, and when you have the 2 creeps in there, you will start to ping a little bit of damage. The question is, where is the Shaker going to land? Because pretty much any spot that's not in front of that 3-2 melee creep is a bad spot.
How much does... So if he does toss down the Corpse Tosser in the left lane, he'll get an extra 4 damage out of it, because none of those creeps are surviving this turn.
No, they'll survive. The problem with the Corpse Tosser is you don't want to put it in front of Decius, right? Like, he's going to just kill it in 2 turns. You don't get too much value in that case. You know, as bad as it looks, this just might be like a fighting instinct situation.
I feel like you're right. Because you can't throw Tiber.
I mean, you can.
You can, but that seems pretty... Oh, you definitely don't want to throw him down now, I think.
And now there's even a tray with it. This is a mega yikes.
This is a level beyond yikes.
Well, if you play Ogre Corpse Tosser now, you do 4 damage. I don't know if that's worth your card, though. I'm gonna say no on that one. Now, I think it's, despite how bad it looks for Sky, it's okay because you're playing Earthshaker. So as long as you're not taking lethal amount of damage, Echo Slam is such a powerful comeback tool that you can just play for the late game in that sense.
Yeah, we saw a couple of Echo Slams throughout this tournament just have really, really big value.
Yep.
And we've seen some Echo Slams just be absolute duds.
Unscathed. Well, Unscathed is playing very far ahead, so I feel like Sky's Echo Slam value is going to be much better. So Ogre Corpse Tosser, just to keep a hero alive here, with the 1 armor being granted by Verdant Refuge and the extra armor granted by Farvin, that is actually incredibly tanky. Excuse me.
Bless you. Goodness. I won't be surprised if we see Hathiel come down on the side of Unscathed.
Hathiel, Sister of the Veil? Man, that doesn't really roll off the
No,
top.
that's pretty hard. I do have the names of Disciple of Nevermore.
Oh yeah, what is that?
Zoe. So if we see 3 Zoes in a deck, it's Zoe, Zoe with an E, and then Zoe with an H.
Wait, how do you actually spell that?
Z-O.
Z-O-Zo. Okay. Well, that's a very Disciple E-esque name.
Yeah, it feels very arcane in my opinion.
Well, Corpse Saucer just kind of died. Yeah, now Unscathed is officially winning all 3 lanes.
Yeah, he's definitely running away with this game. He's got 2 Thunderhide packs in hand too. I don't remember if he had. He does have a Celemani's Favor in hand, so if he top decks that, we could see one of those Thunderhides drop down in the mid lane for added pressure.
Yeah, looking at Sky's deck, he doesn't really have an answer to a random 14-14. There's no Slay. Echo Slam is just not a good answer for one big unit. There's no Friendly Fire or anything like that. I guess you just have to get out Steam Cannon and just shoot it down over the courses of multiple turns, but it is not looking good if those 14-14s come out. Now, with that said, you can just kill the heroes to prevent that from being casted ever. So there is that.
Two more turns. Sky has a giant problem on his hands because Unscathed has all 3 Thunderhide packs in hand. So he could just plunk down 1 in each lane and really... I'm not sure how to deal with that.
That is a pack, indeed.
The gang's all here, boys.
I think no accident to kill off this creep is quite reasonable for Sky. Yeah, he's going to fire that off. There's also Ventriloquy now to play to actually save Debbie. So he's actually wrestling control back pretty nicely from the first lane.
Yeah.
And when you play Zeus, getting control of the first lane is incredibly potent because what likely happens in a game is that you play Thunder God from the first lane, you kill a couple of heroes downstream, like let's say a hero from the middle lane, and then you could get to cast another Thunder God from the middle lane uninterrupted. So I hope Unscathed recognize that and fight really hard for the first lane. For example, one way he could have fought really hard is actually Fountain Flasking a creep. Not something you end up doing that often, but would have actually saved the creep from the no accident play.
Very true.
Okay, this looks like a pretty good arm to Rebellion. I think anytime you get 2 creeps, you're happy with the value that you're getting. Unless he's gonna grab... there's also 2 creeps in the final lane. I like arming here a bit more, simply because it just eats a 2 creep for free right now.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. Yeah, arming the Rebellion, yeah, gets the 2 creep kills. I mean, it gets you some extra push in the right, but that just seemed the better decision in my opinion.
Yeah. It turns out that arming here would have been better because he would have traded with Tiber, but of course he didn't know that. And he's going to fix it with Sister of the Veil, targeting in.
And I really like that response. I mean, Unscathed just knew exactly what to do in that situation. He's been having some really solid decision making.
I don't know. I wouldn't say... not going to take anything away, but it feels like his plays are very easy. Right? You have a creep, you just play a creep.
Yeah.
I don't feel like he had to make any kind of insane decisions. He's also not under fire a lot, so I can't really tell how he reacts under pressure. So... well, the nice thing is that Skye does have initiative going on the first lane. If Zeus lands in front of Drow Ranger, Thunder God's Wrath will take down both heroes in the lane. If he lands in one of LC, then... ooh. I definitely think you want to go Zeus on the left, simply for the insane payoff that you can get.
I would like to take a moment and appreciate the grind that Skye has put into this game. Level 41.
Yeah. 15 seconds remaining. Grats. Sorry, I can only say that like very sarcastically because I don't have the time to play 41 levels of Artifact. Alright, well there you go. That's what level 41 give you. The 50-50 RNG to Thunder God's Wrath here. Oh, look at the speed of that.
So much quicker. And now Skye is sitting real nice in this first lane.
Yeah. He has control of the first lane, so if he draws more Thunder God, he'll be able to cast it. And he doesn't even need to Fountain Flask. Ooh, ports out the Zeus. Interesting choice here.
He does have W coming back next turn, so we may see Debbie go into that left lane. We may see Zeus. No, that won't work. I'm thinking he might put Zeus in the mid to Thunderstorm, but with that armor in the lane, it's not... actually, no, the Thunderstorm would kill all those creeps in the mid lane, depending on where Zeus flops.
I think he's just looking at Echo. Echo definitely kills everything in the first lane. Or the middle lane. Yeah. So we see a Gust coming out here to prevent an Echo Slam, which would have been absolutely devastating. And now he could start firing off No Accident to now pressure the blue hero. So that Gust was extremely, extremely important. But now you have your Zeus, so you could use your Zeus to probably go into the middle lane or the right lane. Sizable hit coming in here for 11. And initiative is going to be quite important, right? So Zeus is going to go into that middle lane, try to clear things up with Echo Slam. But if the 14-14 comes down, it almost doesn't even matter if you clear the creeps, because it's the 14-14 that you can't beat. He has initiative right now, so we'll see if Skye is going to give initiative back to Unscathed.
He goes left, and Zeus goes mid. Oh no, he might put that Devi mid.
Personally, like Debbie mid it a little bit more as well. Ooh, okay. This guy seems unsure where he should be deploying. This is a tough decision. He's losing pretty hard in both the middle and the last lane.
watching Sky, he does have a Whirling Death in hand. So he may be looking to make some kind of play in that right lane. Whirling Death does get rid of the Debbie. Does reduce the damage from that Sisters. So that's 11 damage he'll be able to save off the top of my head.
Yeah, if Sky keeps initiative, Echo Slam kills everything on the middle lane. Yeah, and he's going to recognize that. And because now Debbie's here, you get to push for a big chunk. And all of a sudden, what looked like a pretty solid game for Unscathed is starting to get a little scary.
Yeah, Unscathed had this game well under control. I'm expecting the Whirling Death. And then maybe Ogre Conscript. We'll see Tox Arm Ripper maybe go in front of that one of the Sisters of the Veil.
Well, Whirling Death doesn't do anything, because there's 2 armor on Debbie.
Ah, that's true.
So I think what's going to happen for Unscathed is that he's going to play a 14-14 and TP both his heroes out. Because the 14-14 will take the tower, if not this turn, the next turn. And because with the 2 TP, you could now fight for middle and the left lane. We'll see what he ends up doing, though.
We do see he does have Zoe in hand. Unscathed does. Decides to pass. Interesting.
Not sure, but that was okay, so Unscathed got a little greedy there because he wanted to see a play. But if Sky just hit the OK button and went to combat, both these heroes would have been stranded here.
That's true.
So, but instead he played a, what do you call it, the Keith signature card.
Fighting Instinct,
which honestly does very little.
It's not one of the better signature cards.
Alright, he's going to put out only 1 hero. Just a little afraid that he can technically die in the last lane.
Three heroes coming in on the side of Unscathed. He decides all mid.
Sure. Seems reasonable.
I don't disagree with that.
So I like Shaker going left here for the reason being you have a Blink Dagger in hand. So if you top deck Thunder God's Wrath, you get to play Thunder God from the first lane, blink over, and have 2 blue hero to play Thunderstorm, Echo Slam, that kind of stuff. You are giving yourself the best outs to winning this game. And the hero that's important to kill currently is the Drill Ranger. Because she is going to be the casting the card that you cannot beat. Well, that's a little rough. I still think that Sky needs to blink the Shaker to the middle. Simply because I think a Gust could just wreck you if you only have one blue hero there.
I was muted for a second and I was saying that if he did anything, he's going to get instantly gusted.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's definitely going to have to blink the Shaker out now.
Well, actually, is getting gusted that bad? If you get gusted, that means there's no Thunder High coming down.
That's true.
Alright, Sky takes the tower, and Unscathed is... He can't just say, alright, I'm gonna slam a big boy. But there's a lot of answer in hand here from Sky. He's got Fissure, he's got Ventriloquy.
Yeah, if Unscathed just drops the Thunderhide pack this turn, I think the answer is just hitting the Fissure. Because really, what does Unscathed do at that point?
Yeah, so Unscathed is actually going to give the first play to Sky. You know, I think an interesting line would have been actually dueling, using LC to duel Zeus. Because you're pushing 12. And that would be incredible in a situation like this.
Yeah, that would be a really solid play because I suspect we'll probably see the fissure come out anyways this turn. I just have this sinking feeling we're gonna see a fissure.
We're gonna see a fissure, but I'm not sure if you want to do it right now. Because doing it right now gives you very little value, whereas doing it later when the Thunderhide comes out gives you much more value. So, Thunderstorm's gonna come out. And there's a Thunderhide.
I actually like it being played right there.
Yeah. Ventriloquy is gonna be amazing here now. You get to just target that melee creep, and it'll tank a bunch of damage.
Yeah, it'll ensure Debbie being safe. Next turn, though, is still a problem because he's still got one more Thunderhide left. So he'll have a total of 12 siege damage.
Yeah.
So I think Sky's best player really is just to hold on to this fissure.
Oh, he's going for the Thunderhide kill. Okay. I thought for sure he wants to actually kill Debbie, because you're cutting off the entire color. With that said, though, Debbie is so low in terms of health that Echo Slam likely will be able to clear things.
Mm-hmm.
But now you only have one blue hero left, so the chances of getting gusted is also quite high. It's a very interesting way of playing that lane.
Definitely agree with that. His other option is just to cast this Thunderhide pack here in the last lane. I don't know if actually seems like a pretty safe decision to me.
No, you're not going to win the 80 here. I mean, the middle tower is a 9, right? So.
Right.
Also, by casting Thunderhide pack, you give up initiative. And right now, Unscathed could probably just go into that lane, gust a Shaker, and probably win off of that gust. Because you still have a duel in hand. Once you gust the Shaker, you could just duel a creep and just punch through.
Good points.
Is there like a fight through the pain or anything like that?
No, not that I saw in either deck.
Yeah.
Yeah, no way to grab initiative on either side, I don't think.
Gust. And that's the game. Alright, so we saw Unscathed come out the gate swinging, doing a very good job. But then the mid game looked really, really good for Sky. However, he did take quite a bit of damage and got pressured up.
Yeah. Sky definitely did do a great job just kind of clawing his way back in that mid game. I felt like there was a pretty good opportunity for him to win. It looked pretty dicey there for Unscathed there for a few turns, but Unscathed, hunkers down, makes the right plays.
Yeah, the problem with playing these blue decks is that you just don't have any impactful play till mana 6 or 7. In which case, you gave your opponent a bunch of gold, and also you have lost a ton of health. So, if you make any more mistakes from that point on, you're likely going to lose the game. And I don't know if Sky played perfectly from that point on.
Both, they just got right back into it.
I'm a great admin, what can I say?
You're the best.
Alright, so Draw Ranger going left is pretty good. You could get a 2-man Armed Rebellion. Or you could do the patented Ken Chen combo, which is play Salamane's Favor from lane 1 to lane 2. And then rip out the Tox Arm Ripper. Turn 2.
This is a yeah, this is a real nice setup that Unscathed here has in the first lane. Like you just said, the Settlemani's favor, and Tox coming down next turn seems really good.
Yeah. Or he might just Arm the Rebellion. I think both options are quite good. So Arm the Rebellion, save this melee creep.
It does indeed. And he still got in. Where did he throw that? He threw that in the mid lane. So yeah, we'll see Tox come down mid.
Okay. Clear the deck's gonna put your Ranger at 1 health, which will pressure her in multiple ways. Any blue spell from Zeus will kill her. I mean, that was nice and all, where you got to play it early, but the Arm Ripper just trades with Keith and over the course of 2 turns, so it's not exactly like an insane play or anything.
Yeah, I think that could have been maybe used a little better.
Ooh, I like it.
Love
Relentless
it.
Pursuit kills the Drill Ranger.
And now next turn, Sky's going to have a lot of pressure here in this left lane.
Yeah.
If you're unscathed, do you start thinking about maybe abandoning the left lane, or do you throw maybe Debbie into it, try to beat it back a little bit?
I don't like abandoning the left lane. For the point that I made in the previous game, against the Zeus deck, you want to fight for the left lane. You don't want them to have a free Thunder God's Wrath starting from mana 7. With that said, though, that's 3 heroes of all 3 colors represented, so Unscathed is going to give up the left lane. I feel like that's one of those tough decisions that he was forced into making. I think I would have double deployed into left, but he's gonna fight for the other 2 lanes. The one thing that makes avoiding this lane a little bit more reasonable is the fact that your opponent only has 1 Disciple and Nevermore, so the chances of you getting 80 in the first lane is quite low.
Right. I take that back. I said nobody had options to take initiative, but Sky does with that hipfire, so he's probably going to hold on to that card for a while.
Okay. So we're going to see a Traveler Cloak come down here, which Tox Arm Ripper will get his own arm ripped out, unless you go Arm the Rebellion here.
He's now known as Rip Arm Ripper.
I like that one. 2-man arm, gets a hero kill, and he could do another Arm the Rebellion on the right.
True, and he'll be at 8 mana next turn, so we're with nobody in that mid lane. I fully suspect he's going to drop that Thunderhide pack down mid. Just take that tower.
Oh, yeah. Actually, you know, he might feel safe enough that he doesn't need to do that and start casting Verdant Refuge instead. Speaking of Verdant Refuge, I think I would have liked to see it casting here. But he's going to go wide a little bit first and place Sister of the Veil.
He does have Drow coming back next turn, so he does have the option to put Drought. I don't like Drought going left, but it's like he said, you need to contest the Zeus lane.
I don't know if the Drought alone will be able to contest that lane. We might actually see Drought just go right. And the reason being is that Shaker is going to die this turn. And that means Shaker is not going to be available to Echo Slam the following turn, the 7-mana turn. And that means you just win, right? Like, you have so many heroes and units pressuring that lane. So what I'm trying to say is that it's okay whether Drow goes left or right, because Unscathed is in a relatively commanding position.
Unscathed, really, really thinking about it.
Let's see, at 6 mana, can he do anything? Thunderstorm is a good one. Yeah, so I like to see Unscathed play Verdant Refuge from the middle lane into the last lane. Simply to play around Thunderstorm, because Thunderstorm would kill quite a number of creeps here. Now, his opponent doesn't have Thunderstorm, but you don't know that.
Yeah, I'm really thinking about this here. Yeah, looking at it, I don't think you play anything in the mid lane. I think you save the Thunderhide for the right.
Well, you play Verdant Refuge from the mid lane, if you're not playing Thunderhide. Actually, he could just Thunderhide on the right lane. He's got Stars Aligned Thunderhide.
Yeah, yeah, Verdant Refuge maybe in the right, just to do something here, I suppose. And then Stars Align and Thunderhide.
Yeah, Verdant Refuge plays around Thunderstorm. I don't know if you've heard that when I...
No, I missed it.
Okay. Oh, I think he wants to arm here to get the lethal this turn. Okay, that's fine too.
Yeah, it's 6 extra damage. That's lethal on the tower. I like it.
Okay, tower's dead. And this is a sad blue hero with no blue cards to cast. Yeah, Stars Align Thunderhigh seems pretty good.
Just give me a little time.
Yikes. 24.
That is a lot.
Yeah.
Oh.
Good concession.
Woo.
I mean, Shaker's gonna die, so you won't have a blue hero in this lane to deal with it. Quick 2-0 by Unscathed. So, we're gonna see Unscathed versus Hype coming up next. Following that, the two losers, Sky versus Whitestone, the two Chinese players.